Arusha, India, in collaboration with the Karnataka Forest Department in Bannerghatta National Park, has been successful in coming up with this publication titled The Mammals of Bannerghatta National Park, Camera Trap Inventory, which is basically a coffee table book slash a field guide which highlights the mammalian community in this protected area, largely to be used as a tool to create awareness for conservation action in this landscape. Although Bannerghatta National Park is situated so close to a metropolitan city like Bangalore, which also happens to be the third populous city in the country, there is a lack of awareness when it comes to knowing anything about this protected area, be it about its flora, its fauna, and also its conservation importance at nation level. So this attempt to document the faunal community, which has been very least reported in this region, which also gave us various insights about 3 different species that were never reported in this region, which was documented as part of this camera trapping exercise that was conducted between 2012 to 2016. The 3 species include the confirmed presence of the Royal Bengal tiger, which was something that this park didn't have at a protected area level. And also about the 2 other species, the one being the honey badger, which was a very important find in this park, because if you look at the state of Karnataka, confirmed presence of this animal has been only reported in 2 areas, and one being the Bannerghatta National Park. Apart from that, it has also confirmed the presence of the rusty spotted cat as well as the 4-horned antelope, which also contributes to the list of faunal community, which stands at around 21 mammals, which is quite interesting for a park that being so close to human-dominated area thrives with these set of species, which also highlights the importance of how conservation efforts are needed to secure this landscape as well as the mammalian communities that live in this forest. Just to give you a background, the camera trap exercise was something that was very novel to Bannerghatta National Park. As Arusha, we started this camera trapping exercise back in 2012 as a pilot research project, having no clue of what was found in the forest, because parks like Bannerghatta National Park technically have wild animals living in fairly low densities. So camera trapping and perhaps using technology becomes very important, as camera traps act as a non-invasive tool to monitor wildlife. So we decided to adopt this tool or technology, basically to start off with coming up with a checklist of mammals that are found. And as a course of that research, we started to use camera traps more aggressively, purely from a scientific perspective, to try and understand distribution of certain mammals, also a certain occupancy of certain mammals across various habitat types within the park. So I remember back in 2015 we were told, and we had reports of a tiger that had come into the Bannerghatta National Park area. Although Bannerghatta is situated in the northernmost tip of the Eastern Ghats in the state of Karnataka, it is also contiguous to the south to other tiger occupied areas. But never since archival history did we have any information of confirmed presence of tiger in this protected area. And in 2015, when we set up camera traps, it was largely to understand the ranging pattern of the tiger, to understand its demography, to try and see its habitat use within the protected area. And when we stumbled upon a tiger in the camera trap, it was a happy and a joyous moment to finally see a tiger in this region, and which also brought us a lot of joy and also a lot of awareness, even from a park management perspective. Especially the forest department had now realized that this park needs more kind of intervention when it comes to managing wildlife, because it's so close to a city. And when we were scanning through the camera trap images, and we stumbled upon a very interesting animal which was black and white in color, and it was something that none of us had ever seen, nor did the forest watchers or the people who work in the park, forest managers, had any clue about this animal. And it ironically happened to be a bycatch, because the camera traps were set for the tiger, and then we ended up getting the honey badger, which was a great find, especially in a landscape like Bannerghatta, because as a species there's not much of evidence, not much of information and knowledge scientifically on this animal across the country. And as far as I can remember, when we were writing up the paper, we realized that there was not much of literature history about this animal across the country, and Bannerghatta happening to have one of this animal clearly indicates that the forest has a lot of potential, and this ecosystem in which all these 21 mammals live indicates this forest has a lot of potential for conservation, and a lot of efforts are needed from various stakeholders and various community members to engage in conservation efforts so that we can secure this beautiful, pristine forest that is still there so close to Bangalore city.